In modern times, I say this with respect, at peril of some previous Democrats maybe being a little insulted by this. His legislative accomplishments the last 2.5 years, there's just nothing that comes close. And you're seeing the results all across this country already.
You know, he noted all of Biden's great accomplishment, but when some of Biden's promises, according to the Poynter Institute, 32 promises have been stalled. Let's take a look at those promises. Promises made and what promises have been kept. All right, Biden's biggest letdown. So we see the graph, the promises kept 25%, compromise 5%, broken promises 1%, stalled promises 32%, and in the works 35%. Now in the works, you know, that's kind of dicey. That's kind of like in the middle. We don't know what's gonna happen there. But let's put this up. Biden's biggest letdown. Work to codify Roe v. Wade, forgive student loan debt from public colleges and universities, enact the Equality Act, use a national commission to address policing issues, block new fracking on federal lands, but not ban all fracking. As a matter of fact, he let the Willow Project, in for-profit detention centers, in for-profit prisons, make union organizing easier for workers. No George Floyd Act, no John Lewis Voting Rights Act. I mean, we can go on and on and on. But Gavin's terrible take didn't end there because he, of course, had to weigh in on Ron DeSantis. Take a look.
He's gonna get rolled by Trump. Trump's just gonna roll him, thumped. I honestly, if I were offering him political advice, I'd tell him to pack up and wait a few years. And actually do some of the hard work, which actually includes governing, not just identity and culture war. Actually go back and actually start to address some of the insurance issues, start to address some of the cost issues, and particularly cost of housing. These are very familiar. I'm very humbled by all of this. I understand the systemic trouble. I'm the first to acknowledge. I'm my own worst critic.
I know, Woz. Put Woz up. Right, it
is. This man brought up housing prices in the state, from the state of California. Like that is just rich. We're talking about a high housing crisis here in the state. We're talking about, especially in the Bay Area where he's from, where these homeowners, these NIMBYs, they just refuse for any new construction to be made that could house some folks, and maybe, some people who don't work in the tech sector or economy or haven't been rich forever can afford to, maybe live in a decent crib or a home or whatever. Gavin Newsom saying that from where he sits is just chef's kiss. It's perfect.
There it is. And the only thing he did get right that I could not slightly agree with is DeSantis need to just go and stay in Florida. Don't spread this terror all over the country. Now that part I do agree with, but where does he get? He gets it wrong. All right. No, waiting a few years. We don't ever want Ron DeSantis to be president of the United States of America. So we don't want him to wait a few years. We want him to wait a lifetime. Do not run for office. Florida, keep that foolishness over there. He is a vile thinking man, anti-black. Just keep the man over there. All right. He authoritarian. That's what the sanctimonious is. But he ain't even polling that well. So we may or may not have to worry about him. Let's put up this graph. Republican preferences for Trump over DeSantis has increased after Trump's indictment. If your state's 2024 Republican primary for president were held today, who would you vote for? Percentage of registered voters who are Republicans or independents who lean Republican. And you can see former President Donald J. Trump is stumping the sanctimonious. That's what he's doing. He's stumping them.
Meatball Ron getting rolled early.
Meatball Ron. I still was. I'm telling you, I'm a DeSanctimonious girl. I mean, I do.
Oh, you a DeSanctimonious?
Be sanctimonious, because that is just what that man is. Lord have mercy on all of our souls. Let's keep this man away from the White House.